Hi, One Forum News brings you the best. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Your comment and likes will be highly appreciated. We are going straight forward to the Parliament of South Africa. Yes, specifically to the Progressive Caucus in Parliament. That is the minority group in the Parliament of South Africa. We have the majority and the minority, but those in the minority, they form the Progressive Caucus. It's made up of parties like MK, that is the leader, the MK. We are talking about EFF as well as the ATM and UAT and NCC. Yeah, those are the major minor political parties that decided to come together to form a caucus, that is the Progressive Caucus, to fight the majority in the Parliament of South Africa. Beautiful things are going to happen in the parliament. They have one mission, that is to represent their people. Yes, basically, that is what a parliamentarian is supposed to do. And they have the belief, or they call themselves the representatives of the oppressed and ready to unite to put the issues and the matters of the poor and the vulnerable people at the front burner in the Parliament of South Africa. That is going to be very beautiful. And we pray and hope that that is achieved, because most often than not, people get into Parliament once the money and the bribe and other things start coming, they forget about their people. But they are making the promise that they are there to represent their people, that is the poor and the vulnerable and those that voted for them. And they work to the interest or for the interest of those people. They are also saying that they want to achieve equality, total decolonization, as well as economic freedom for all the people of South Africa. We wish them well for that, but within the period of 5 years, will they be able to achieve that? We have our eyes open, our ears on the ground to see if they will be able to observe and watch and critically analyze if they will be able to achieve something within this 5 year period. Yes, they will be in parliament for 5 years and they are there to represent their people, and we wish them well for success when it comes to something like that. Looking at the individuals that made up of this Progressive Caucus, we are talking about Dr. John Hlophe representing the MK party and other good guys in the MK as well as the EFF and the ATM and the UAT as well as the NCC. The Parliament of South Africa will be a very great place for all of us to watch, because great debates, great ideas will take place over there. So we only urge and wish that the ANC, that is under the leadership, that is the ANC of the GNU, that is the Government of National Unity, with the DA and other people, they also lace their boots very well and fight these people with ideas, not with guns or any weapon, but with ideas, so that the good people of South Africa will have the best. It's all about the citizens, or the betterment of the lives of the citizens of South Africa. Once they made a promise, I'm talking about the Progressive Caucus, they made a promise that they are there to represent their people. Let's see what they can also contribute to the success and progress of the citizens of South Africa. They've already started blaming everything on the government of national unity already, that there are a lot of things that they were not supposed to do very well. Let's see what alternative they have for the people of South Africa. It's all about the beauty of democracy, not about anybody, but the beauty of South Africa and the democracy in South Africa. They have to work so hard so that the rest of Africa can look up to the South Africa and see that, yeah, this is the greatest of the greatest when it comes to democracy of Africa. They may not score the 100%, because there will definitely be some lapses over there. We are all learning when it comes to democracy. We are learning from the advanced countries. Even they don't even have it absolutely. But South Africa, we wish them well and we want them to work so hard, articulate their views, judge up, contribute to debate and everything, so that success will be achieved and the good people of South Africa will not always be handicapped with issues of insecurity, with issues of unemployment, with issues of anything about water and light and things like that. That is what they want to be resolved for them, not about any big man sitting in Johannesburg or somewhere or Cape Town or somewhere else and be making decisions or taking decisions to their advantage, not to the advantage of the people of South Africa. It's going to be very difficult. Yes, it's going to be very hard, but let's see what Dr. John Hlophe and his people, the MK party, the good guys, Anti-Dudusile and the other people, let's see how they work together for the betterment of life of the people of South Africa. We only wish them well. Initially, some of us, we felt that, there have been a resurrection of this VBS issue. When we talk about VBS, the bank, and now the former director, have been incarcerated for 15 years, a number of years, but they are all running concurrently. So for 15 years, he will be away. And in his affidavit, or the things that he lodged with the court, allegedly, he fingered Julius Malema as well as Floyd Chivambu. Yes, he fingered them in that, but they are calling it as an old story that have been revived or taken from the dustbin or wherever. But let's see how that case will go. Initially, when we heard about that case, because of the issue that Julius Malema had with Jacob Zuma in the past, we were of the view that this is going to affect their cordiality or relationship when it comes to the Parliament of South Africa. But as Dr. John Glover himself said, he said already, I'm talking about Dr. John Glover, he already said that when he was sacked as a judge in South Africa, when he was sacked from his office as a result of one issue or the other, it was only Julius Malema that visited him and sympathized with. That's the only politician that did so. So they have that cordial relationship in the past. Before now, they are all serving as the leaders of MK as well as the EFF in terms of Dr. John as well as Julius Malema. So they've already been friends or good friends already. They work for the better. But when the VBS issue came up, because Jacob Zuma himself had an issue with the VBS in the past, and these guys, we are talking about the EFF guys, they were so articulate, they were so troublesome when it comes to issues like that. So they worried Jacob Zuma in the past. So we felt that this may bring some certain gap or something lapses between or among them. But maybe they've been able to work so hard to iron out those differences and move on collectively. That is why in politics we always say that you don't have permanent friends but permanent interests. This is about the interest of the Progressive Caucus in the Parliament of South Africa. We only wish them well and pray that they work so hard for the betterment of the life of the citizens of South Africa, not only enriching themselves or their CV and only their family, but the people of South Africa need to also enjoy the fruits of their labor. Please, for more about issues and discussions like this, kindly subscribe to this channel One Forum News for the best when it comes to security and politics of Africa and historical antecedents, anything about crime as well as international relations. We'll be here to analyze and digest and break everything down to your understanding. Please, your comment and your likes will be highly appreciated. Particularly, give us reason to believe that Julius Malema and Dr. John Glover, together with the rest of the team, will be able to work for the betterment of the life or be a very responsible and very great opposition in the Parliament of South Africa and put the checks on the government. That's the government of national unity. For more, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Always be in touch. Thank you.